How to avoid anxiety. Inducing behaviors. Anxiety is a common experience that many people face in their daily lives. It's a natural response to stress, but when it becomes overwhelming, it can significantly impact our well-being. Imagine it like a smoke alarm in your house. It warns us of real danger, but sometimes it goes off even when there's no actual threat. This analogy helps us understand how our brain's alarm system can trigger anxiety, even in situations where there's no real danger. In this episode, we'll explore 6 common behaviors that can worsen anxiety and provide practical strategies to manage them effectively. Behavior number 1 is black and white thinking. Black and white thinking, also known as all or nothing thinking, is a common cognitive distortion that can contribute to anxiety. This pattern involves seeing things in extremes without considering the gray areas in between. For example, if we make a mistake in an email, we might immediately jump to the conclusion that we're incompetent. However, the reality is that everyone makes mistakes, and one error doesn't define our abilities or worth. By challenging black and white thinking and adopting a more balanced perspective, we can reduce unnecessary anxiety and cultivate resilience in the face of challenges. Behavior number 2 is avoidance. Avoidance is a behavioral pattern that involves actively avoiding situations, places, or people that trigger anxiety. While avoidance may provide temporary relief, it ultimately reinforces anxiety over time. For example, if we avoid checking our bank account because it causes anxiety, we may miss important financial information and experience increased stress in the long run. Instead of avoiding triggers, it's essential to gradually expose ourselves to them in a controlled manner, allowing us to confront our fears and build confidence in our ability to cope. Behavior number 3 is seeking reassurance. Constantly seeking reassurance from others or relying on external validation can perpetuate anxiety. This behavior creates a cycle of dependence, where we rely on others to alleviate our anxiety temporarily. While seeking reassurance may provide temporary relief, it doesn't address the underlying issues driving our anxiety. Instead, we can develop self-soothing techniques and coping strategies to manage anxiety independently, fostering self-reliance and resilience in the face of uncertainty. Behavior number 4 is catastrophizing. Catastrophizing involves imagining the worst-case scenario and believing that it's inevitable. This cognitive distortion magnifies perceived threats and undermines our confidence in our ability to cope with challenges. For example, if we're worried about a job interview, we might catastrophize by imagining that we'll embarrass ourselves and ruin our chances of getting hired. By challenging catastrophizing thoughts and considering more realistic outcomes, we can reduce anxiety and approach situations with greater confidence and optimism. Behavior number 5 is negative self-talk. Negative self-talk involves criticizing ourselves and doubting our abilities, which can contribute to feelings of anxiety and low self-esteem. This internal dialogue is often harsher than how we would speak to a friend or loved one, perpetuating feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. By cultivating self-compassion and practicing positive self-talk, we can counteract negative thinking patterns and build a more supportive inner dialogue. This shift in mindset can improve self-esteem and reduce anxiety, fostering a greater sense of self-confidence and well-being. Behavior number 6 is people-pleasing. People-pleasing involves prioritizing others' needs and opinions over our own, often at the expense of our well-being. This behavior can lead to feelings of resentment, stress, and anxiety as we neglect our own needs in favor of meeting others' expectations. By setting boundaries, asserting ourselves, and prioritizing self-care, we can reduce anxiety and cultivate healthier relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. So, what are the practical strategies for managing anxiety? Strategy number 1 is grounding techniques. Grounding techniques can help us stay present and calm during moments of anxiety. Activities such as deep breathing, mindfulness meditation, and sensory grounding exercises can help reduce physiological arousal and promote relaxation. By incorporating grounding techniques into our daily routine, we can build resilience to stress and anxiety, enhancing our overall well-being. Strategy number 2 is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. CBT is a highly effective therapeutic approach for managing anxiety by identifying and challenging maladaptive thoughts and behaviors. Through CBT, we can learn practical skills for coping with anxiety, such as cognitive restructuring, exposure therapy, and relaxation techniques. By working with a trained therapist, we can develop personalized strategies for managing anxiety and improving our quality of life. Strategy number 3 is self-care practices. Self-care plays a crucial role in managing anxiety and promoting emotional well-being. Engaging in activities that nourish our mind, body, and spirit, such as exercise, healthy eating, creative expression, and social connection, can help reduce stress and enhance resilience. By prioritizing self-care, we can cultivate greater self-awareness, self-compassion, and emotional balance, empowering us to cope with life's challenges more effectively. Strategy number 4 is professional support. Seeking support from a qualified mental health professional can provide valuable guidance and support for managing anxiety. Therapists can offer evidence-based interventions, compassionate listening, and personalized strategies for addressing anxiety symptoms and underlying issues. Whether through individual therapy, group counseling, or online resources, professional support can help us develop the skills and insights needed to overcome anxiety and thrive. So, in conclusion, managing anxiety is a journey that requires self-awareness, resilience, and support. By recognizing and addressing common anxiety-inducing behaviors, such as black and white thinking, avoidance, seeking reassurance, catastrophizing, negative self-talk, and people-pleasing, we can cultivate healthier coping mechanisms and enhance our overall well-being. Through practical strategies such as grounding techniques, cognitive behavioral therapy, self-care practices, and professional support, we can navigate anxiety more effectively and live a life of greater peace, fulfillment, and resilience. Remember, you're not alone in your journey, and there are resources and support available to help you every step of the way. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Watch more videos by clicking on this video right over here.